Hello, all my Kenvians, once again, or rather, once again for me, because I was just recording and the software crashed. So, yeah, I lost an entire recording, although it was only like 50% of the level here. So let's get on with it and get back into the level. Now, the sad thing is, I thought I was actually being pretty funny in the last one, but you'll never find out because, well, that footage no longer exists. But one thing that I do remember mentioning is that when I booted up, I saw that the software had software had been updated, and I was wondering what that might be. But as I saw, there was a note that said that the characters from Hyrule Legends or Hyrule Warriors Legends on the 3DS are available to play on this game if I have a code from the 3DS game. Now, that would be sad news, except for the fact that I got Hyrule Warriors Legends last night. I pre-ordered it, and I was actually playing it on my 3DS, and let me tell you what. The only character that's new that I've gotten to play so far is Linkle, the new original character specifically for this game. And she is awesome. Now, I don't know if you've heard much about her or if you've seen much about her, but she's basically like a female incarnation of Link, and instead of fighting with swords, she fights with dual crossbows, which sounds ridiculous, admittedly. But the playstyle is so much fun. So I'm so happy that I'll be able to actually use that in this recording from my Wii U, because obviously I can't record from my 3DS without getting it modded, which may happen one day. Oh, but I'm so excited for that. And, but yeah, let's get into this level, the Eldin Caves. We're going to be playing as IMPA, the just straight up badass guardian of Hyrule, Zelda's caretaker, and what a caretaker she is. She's basically Cloud from Final Fantasy VII without the spiky hair and natural water elemental powers, and it's just awesome. Like, seriously, when I was first playing this game, like the first time through story mode, any chance I had to play as IMPA, I took it. Even going back so far as to actually play as her in free mode, which is actually a mode of the game that you unlock after beating the first level that allows you to basically play as any character you've unlocked on any levels you've unlocked. So yeah, well, because story mode usually, it'll restrict you to certain characters sometimes. It gives you a choice to some degree as far as what characters you want to play. But even that is rather limited. It'll give you, I know. I just want to kill more of those guys. Okay, but, yeah, it's fun, especially when, after you've unlocked Zelda, which, yes, you get to do in this game. No spoilers, because that was known a long time ago. But, oh yeah, got the Poe. But if you want to play as Zelda in the intro level, you can do that. Zelda is still part of the level, which is admittedly kind of weird. But, you just play as your own independent version of her, which is awesome. And really, I have to say, and I might have mentioned this in the previous video, all of the characters you get to play as are awesome in their own right. And that is including Abigail, which you might not know who that character is, but if you play Twilight Princess, you probably do. She's the Bug Princess. Now, especially if you've seen the character, she's basically this innocent, sweet-looking little girl that loves bugs. Does not at all sound like a character you would want to play as in a Warriors game. However, she has some pretty awesome attacks that look very colorful and pretty, admittedly, but once you get the hang of how her attacks work, it's just phenomenal. Like, you can mow down hordes and hordes of enemies. Playing as this little girl with... her weapon is a parasol, or an umbrella, basically. Oh, I love doing that. And, oh! Dodging. And these bugs that she lets out that are just... they wreck shop. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, all the characters that I've played as in this game are awesome in their own right. Some are more fun to play than others, admittedly. But it's just once you unlock all the characters, which I think in my previous run, the only one I hadn't unlocked yet was Zant. And it's because you have to unlock him through adventure mode. You have to complete some rather difficult challenges. But other than that, I mean, it's possible to play as any one of the characters and just have an amazing time. I wanted rupees. I didn't want bombs up. That's stupid. Oh, okay, and this is one thing that I mentioned during the previous run that I neglect, or that I don't want to neglect to mention here, is that one of the things about IMPA that makes her a little bit harder to play as is that while she is incredibly strong, her attacks leave her open because there's a lot of delay between just her regular... well, between her combos and when she's able to move again. So, one thing to keep in mind if you're playing this game and you're playing as IMPA, or really any of the characters, if you want to be careful because they might move too slow for your taste, is after a combo attacks, use your dash. Or not the dash, but it's basically your slide, avoid, dodge, that's the word I'm trying to think of. Use your dodge, and it breaks the wait time for that usually takes place after a combo attack. Like here, I'll show you without dashing away, just the regular combo. See, she kicks the sword around and kicks it back up, which just causes it causes some major slowdown, and it's not really that noticeable on its own, but when you're surrounded by enemies, it leaves you open for attack. So that's why it's definitely a good idea to keep that in mind. And then these idiots with the little bow and arrow bones or whatever they are, they just love to attack you and be annoying. Ah, yes. Clem Hazard attack! And where I was referencing Cloud earlier from Final Fantasy VII, I mean, not directly, but some of her attacks honestly make me feel like she's basically like sort of her moves are based off of Cloud from Final Fantasy. I mean, not close enough to be copyright or anything like that, obviously, but it really seems that way to me. Hooah! How many we get? 44! Very nice. 44 KOs. Okay, and I'm actually glad it did it that time, because when I was playing last time, and I got around the bomb chew there, I cleared out all the enemies. Like, there were no enemies around it, but it still sat there. So it must have just been a little glitch of some sort. I love that attack. That one's pretty good. I'd say it's probably more powerful, but it's just not as cool as a one, and yes. And once I unlock more combos for her, oh man, it's going to be awesome. And that's really the case for all the characters you can play as in this game, is just when you unlock all or even most of their combos, just the game gets real. Like, you feel like you feel almost unstoppable when most of those combos are unlocked. Now, as IMPA, obviously, that water attack is kind of an early version of that for her. And then as you acquire more weapons for her, it just gets to be so... and that's actually one thing I forgot to mention, is that you actually unlock more weapons with all the different characters in this game. I think... Oh, Gold Skulltula, gonna find that real quick. But, Brain. Right. As you're playing the game, you acquire new weapons, and sometimes that's just an upgraded version of the weapon you already have. Other times it is like literally a brand new weapon, which actually opens up a new fighting style to the character you're playing as. Like one of the other, there it is. One of the other weapons you get as IMPA is a, it's basically a spear or a kind of lance, I guess. But yeah, it's... when you unlock that, and you really start to unlock the combos for that weapon, you feel almost unstoppable. Like, the giant sword is awesome enough, but when you unlock the spear and its combos, you feel like a god, basically, in this game. Which really goes for a lot of the weapons. It's like their initial weapons don't always feel that way, but especially for the characters that have alternates, it gets real, and it gets amazing. It gets real amazing. And there's Sheik, another one of the characters that I just love to play as. Well, I've already said that I like to play as all the characters, so that shouldn't be too surprising, I suppose. You can call me Sheik. And those of you that have played Ocarina of Time, or Smash Brothers, really any of the... well, not the original, but from Melee on, you know who Sheik is. I mean, there's no two ways about it. You know who Sheik is. The fact that it takes the characters in this game so long to figure out who Sheik is admittedly kind of hilarious. But for those of you that don't know, I'll hold on to the surprise. I'll only refer to Sheik as Sheik, and nothing else. That sound good? Good. No, one thing I do look forward to is actually, at the very least, unlocking a more powerful weapon for IMPA. And there's actually, unless I'm mistaken, I think each weapon, not just the different levels that a weapon can have, but there's different star rankings each weapon can have. And when it's like the level 1 weapon, the attack rating is usually like 80. Like 80 base attack with no like special add-ons or anything. I'll kind of show you that and explain it a little bit more after this level's over. But yeah, and don't get me wrong, she's tearing up right now, and this is just normal mode, so don't really have to worry about not doing a lot of damage here. But oh, giant bomb time! Booyah! That might have been a little bit dark, and I might have spiked out the audio there. I apologize. Hello, Keep Boss. You're about to die. And you did. And one thing to keep in mind, too, for this game, I actually can't recall whether they sort of fix it in the 3DS version or not. But whenever there's a chest and it says press A to unlock, I don't know if the dodge button is different in Warriors mode, but if you're running and you press A when you're right by the chest, you'll just dodge. It won't count you as opening the chest or anything, so you kind of have to make sure you stop. Okay. Time to break through here and tear up some monsters. Boom. Oh, seriously, just when you first start out the game with IMPA, that is the best combo attack. It may actually be the best combo attack, period. At least at this point in the game. 1, 2, 3! Aha. Yes, I am trying to find the spirit. Oh, wait. I want to go back there. because actually I don't know if I want to say too much that's different or the same about between this game and the 3DS version, just because, I mean, you know, I want to save some stuff for the review, but at the same time, just mentioning features isn't really reviewing the game. So yeah, basically one of the things about Hyrule Warriors Legends that I really liked, it makes for some different gameplay, and I kind of wish they introduced into this version of the game, or maybe they patched it in once I unlock the other characters, I don't know. But you're able to actually switch to different characters during the game, like whatever allies you're fighting with. Yay! But yeah, whatever allies you're fighting with, you're able to switch to them and fight as. So like if a character is fighting a particularly difficult boss, and you know, you don't really trust the computer-controlled character to do the job, you can switch over to that character and do the job for them, which I really love that. I really appreciate that fact. Unlocked. Okay, and I'm gonna leave the rest here to all them. Let them battle it out. 1, 2, 3, and water. Oh, I missed you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. And one thing you may notice is that some of the keeps fall to the dark forces, and that's one thing, especially in the higher difficulty ratings, that you gotta keep an eye out for. Because there are times where you gotta make sure that you don't lose, or rather that you don't lose certain keeps. Otherwise, it'll reduce the morale of the characters, or the armies that are fighting with you, which really, in the end, doesn't make all that big of a difference. Just because of how slowly they attack. Come on, would you... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're dead. Yes, okay. So what was I saying? Right, but it's like having the morale high does definitely mean the difference between quickly losing keeps and at least them being able to defend them fairly quickly. And the fact that the game allows you to, hey, a ninja person. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay, so Sheik went up there to battle the people at one of the keeps we took over before. But really, at this point, we just want to get through the stage, and I once again forgot what I was talking about. Sorry, everyone. Oh, right, I need to find the other bomb chew. So, going up here... Now, possibly a negative thing about that aspect of the 3DS game is that it does kind of allow you to, what am I trying to say here? It allows you to be a little bit careless, I guess, and you might not concentrate as much on clearing out a certain area as much as you need to, because as I was playing the game last night, there are areas like this, and even a few other keeps that I thought I had cleared out, but because I had switched to a different character, I hadn't cleared it out completely, and unfortunately, the computer-controlled heroes even, while they can do pretty good, they're not the most effective fighters, sadly. Okay, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna clear up shop just because it'll earn me some more experience points. And also, because it is so easy to clean up shop with her water attack. 3 and 4 and... Gotcha. And a new material, of course. Alright. Up, here we go. It's time for, Wizro, I think is the name. Wizro. God, he's so creepy. Hi, little Gorons. You're adorable. I love you. And let's see how many we get this time. Ooh, 68. Lovely. Absolutely beautiful. Oh no! Ah, darn it. I don't like you, Lizalfos. You're annoying, and you're stupid. And I missed your weakness period. Darn it. You know what? It's time to wreck shop. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I forgot to mention, when you're in the hyperdrive mode, essentially, and you press the special attack button, it actually interrupts the special mode and unleashes all that power on the enemies either around you or in front of you. I am protecting it from the dark forces. Oh wait, that's right. The one of them's being attacked by a Wizrow. But if you're trying to accumulate more attacks, then unfortunately that kind of, interrupts the process. And let's see how many we get this time. Not as many, because they're not grouped. 33, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And one of the bomb chews has gone off. Good. Time to... Wizrow, now his attacks are just friggin' annoying. It's really hard to find him in the right time for weakness, because one of the only times... dang it! One of the only times he's really vulnerable is after he does his annoying little circle attack, which will usually... yeah, like that. I got him! Could we? Yes! Good attack in on Wizrow. So you kind of have to keep circling him / get really lucky as far as, okay. He should go down now. Almost, anyway. Gotcha! Oh yeah! Wizrow goes down. Okay. So yeah, once you get used to the way the character works, it's easier to take him down and get in on the, what am I trying to say? Get in on his weakness period. But, until you get used to that, it's not exactly easy, and even after you know how to spot it, especially if you're in the middle of battle, it can be really hard to notice what the right time is. Alright, so the second bomb chew is down, and we're pretty much good to proceed here, but I'm going to pick up a few more things. First of all, I'm going to clear out this room. Rupees? Yay, rupees! Now you might be wondering why I'm getting all these rupees, and had I shown you the shop area last time, it probably would make more sense. But I'll show you this time after this level is over. And wow, every jar in here is rupees! I'm so happy! Where'd that boss go? Okay, and 1, 2, 3, water attack. Boom! And it didn't hit the keep boss at all. Oh, I was right, that one sword attack is really powerful. Alright then. Now, let's see, does that open this side? Nope, apparently not. I know, but you know what, the level's almost over, and oh, you did not just... You piece of crap! I will smash you in the face! I'm so petty. And it's hard, really, to not be petty when you get whacked by these little enemies that really should not be hitting me. It's ridiculous. Okay, got a new weapon from him. The last area I'm going to touch on is in here. I believe there is a heart piece for IMPA in here. I believe so. Yes! Alright. It is kind of adorable every time the different characters go through these little opening sequences. It's not just a heart piece, it's an entire heart container. Awesome. Okay, so I know what a heart container is, good lord. I should probably actually check. I think it's possible to turn off those tutorial modes, which I'll probably do in between videos, so yeah. Okay, time to bring this level to an end. Made it through the caves, and now we listen to a bit of story. And you might be wondering why it's Proxy instead of Navi. Well, she speaks for Link by proxy. Look it up on the internet. If we combine our efforts, Hyrule may blah 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 blah. Yes. Unfortunately, that is one thing that they didn't fix in Hyrule Warriors Legends, is the ability to skip just those dialogue scenes. Oh, this is awesome. I friggin' love IMPA. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but just in case I haven't mentioned that before, wink wink, I love IMPA. She's just awesome. It's so freaking awesome. Okay then. The new weapon obtained is Fire Rod, which you all get to see in the next level. Oh, and as you can see there, it doesn't have any stars, so that means it's a base level weapon. And it has 80 base attack, but it has a fire elemental as well, which will come in handy next time. But here you see we have a new version of the Giant's Knife, and it's completely random. Not elemental-wise, but as far as the number of stars you get. But since this is basically, I guess you would call it level 3 weapon, since it has 2 stars and it's 2 stars above base level, whatever. But anyway, that's why instead of an 80 base attack, it has 96. And then strength 3 actually indicates that the 3 combo attack results in a stronger version of that third combo for that particular weapon. And then as you can see there, yes, that is True Form Midna, and that is a version of her weapon, and there is Sia, who is not a character that you've seen yet in this playthrough, but a version of her weapon, who is already unlocked because of things and DLC. But alright, and as you can see, I don't think I went through the materials obtained last time either. Or the, picture, actually. So yeah, that's what happens when you get one of the gold Skulltulas. You unlock another piece of the little puzzle / picture there. And I can now battle as Sheik. Excellent. And Sheik uses the Goddess Harp, or the Goddess's Harp. We have a lot of S's in there. And I've collected 2 illustration pieces. The bazaar has leveled up. Oh, nice. I forgot that that's actually part of the game, is that when you collect more pieces, it levels up the bazaar, which is actually, yeah, the different. It's the store, essentially. I'm able to increase Link's repertoire of attack actions. Try creating the Kokiri Sword 1 attack badge. So yeah, we're going to go into the bazaar here, and I'll show you some different little things here. Now, as you can see, and keep in mind, all of these are DLC, except for these 3. All the characters that have been unlocked otherwise are DLC characters. There's Sia, otherwise known as one of the primary protagonists, or antagonists of this game. Volga, who I fought in the previous video. Wizro, who we fought in this past level. True Form, or rather, Twilight Midna, who is awesome, and I love her for many reasons. Young Link, aka Link from Majora's Mask. And then Tingle, another character from Majora's Mask and other games, who is actually surprisingly really good in this game. I will show that at another date. But yeah, do a little bit of upgrading for now for Link. I'll give you an eye, and this is a reason why you collect as many materials as you can, and you try to get as many rupees as you can. We'll go into the badge market here, and you get a little preview there of the different areas of weapons that you can get. That'll make more sense in a minute. But the first thing that you do for any character that you unlock is you unlock an empty bottle, which allows you to have one potion per level you go into. Now, that'll get upgraded as time goes on, but then you also have assist badges, which actually allow it, as you get the right materials, it increases your ability to take over keeps faster. It allows you to have a higher chance, or rather, whenever you get the weapon power-ups, like the bomb power-up, you get to keep it for longer. But for now, what I'm going to look at is the attack badge, and the primary portion of this is actually unlocking new combos for your weapons. As it said here, the Kokiri Sword 1 can unlock a new combo attack, which is basically a longer version of just the regular B attack. Create a Kokiri Sword 1. So as you can see there, those are the different combos and attacks that I currently have available. So next time I use the sword, which won't be the next level, it'll actually allow me to have a longer combo attack, much more akin to the first video that I did for Hyrule Warriors. Okay, moving on from there. So don't have the ability to unlock any further ones because we don't have the right materials. However, we are also able to unlock different weapons here, and I guess this is a DLC weapon, but you can actually get a weapon called the Horse, aka you get to ride Epona while you're playing, which is awesome. I'll actually go ahead and unlock that. And they use different versions of weapons to indicate different weapons. It doesn't really tie in that closely to the actual weapon being used by the character. It's just an indication of sorts. And then what will be coming up, what will be in the next level, will be this wooden sword. And it actually unlocks one new combo attack for the magic rod, or the fire rod, I guess it would be. So unlock that. There we go. So as you can see, the combo possibilities for the magic rod are a bit shorter, at least so far, compared to the sword, the regular sword, and even the horse attacks, but they're pretty devastating. I will tell you that much. But okay. Oh yeah, and then we can't unlock any more because we don't have the right materials. And for the time being, actually, let me take a look here. I'll hold on to those, actually. Because as long as you do well enough in your fights, you don't usually need to worry about too much defense-wise. As we get into later levels and higher difficulties, then that'll be more of a factor. Now, Training Dojo, this is a cool little factor for the game, which is you're able to level up characters to using rupees of differing amounts to get your character up to a similar level as your highest leveled character. So in this case, it would be IMPA, who is at level 8, and Link is only level 4. I don't like using this too much, but it definitely does allow you to keep the characters more evenly leveled, because all it really does is it'll unlock some higher strength and more heart pieces or life for your character. I'll take him up to level 6, and then I'll rely on the next level entirely for additional experience points. So there you go. Like I said, it's pretty handy, especially if before a level you're about to play, you have to use a character that you haven't actually played with up to that point. You do definitely want to keep an eye on the rupees because they become valuable elsewhere, but that is one good thing about this game. And then finally there's the Apothecary, or however it's pronounced, and you have a bunch of different mixtures that you can use. You have to use up a certain number of materials depending on the level and what the mixture is, and then also have to use a certain number of rupees. The most useful one, I would say, being Rupee Festival, which at the expense of 75 materials, which I actually don't have yet, and 1 rupee, you unlock the ability for there to be just waves and waves of rupees come out of every enemy in the level, or just in the next level, because when you use these, they only apply to the next level you play. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And then there's the smithy, but that'll be touched on at a future time when it's actually unlocked. And, yeah, I think we're good to go for the next level, which will be Faron Woods. But I already went over quite a bit there, talking about the bazaar. How bizarre, how bizarre. Right, but anyway, everyone, thank you very much for joining me for this episode of PapaKenn Plays Hyrule Warriors, and I will see you all next time for the next episode. Until then, Alonzi!